Lucky guy, one of the weakest survivors, right? And I would disagree with you. In fact, I think Lucky guy is pretty strong, and in this video I will show you why you're wrong about Lucky guy. Lucky guy is a containment type survivor. Though he is categorized as a containment type survivor, he actually doesn't specialize in anything. He's more of a jack of all trades, which means he can pretty much do anything, but he won't be great at one category. You must be thinking, if he doesn't specialize in anything, then he isn't very good. And that's where I'll tell you that you're wrong. Of course, one of the objectively strong characters are specialized in one category, such as patient, priestess, and mercenary. But I won't take them as example because they don't prove anything on why Lucky guy versatility is bad. Let's move on to the next part of the video to explain more about this. Something I see people do often is that they are gonna compare Lucky guy to characters like perfumer or magician. And it's because if Lucky guy can pick one of their items, why just not play these characters? But that will be just oversimplifying Lucky guy ability. While many characters spawn with the item already, Lucky guy can choose an item, and he can choose the item depending on if the hunter gets countered by it. But it is also not limited to that situation, of course. Lucky guy has a lot of items to choose from, and so Lucky guy can adapt to most situations. Well, for example, you could use the book to counter Bloody Queen Mirror. But if the team need another rescuer and you're not chased, you could pick a flare gun to save later. What I think people tend to forget is that Lucky guy has external traits that are different from the original item holder, which doesn't make Lucky guy just these characters but weaker. Let's take a look at Coordinator external traits. If we check the external traits precise end, we can see that Coordinator flare gun stands 30% longer, which makes it better than Lucky guy. But if we go check the external traits army bonds, we can see that Coordinator has a 25% debuff on decoding when a survivor is shared. So you're kind of obligated to go for the first rescue as Coordinator. And so the thing that Lucky guy has that Coordinator doesn't is that Lucky guy can carry a gun and something else and not be affected by the slower decoding. But in the case Lucky guy doesn't need to be a rescuer, he can be a full-on kiter, and in that aspect Lucky guy surpasses Coordinator. Lucky guy can wish for elbow pads or rugby balls, and these items are way better for kiting than Coordinator flare gun. Lucky guy also has the veteran trait, which make his speed boost when hit longer, and that allow Lucky guy to gain a lot of distance after he's being hit. Unfortunately, Lucky guy has a big weakness. Like, Lucky guy only has a 50% chance to get some items, and if he fails to get what he wants, his game is gonna be inconsistent, and so you will have to adapt. And it might not be in your favor. But in the case you always get what you want, then Lucky guy will perform very well. And I won't include the fact that Lucky guy has to waste time to open chest and get item, because the value of getting the item may be more valuable than just decoding. Lucky guy is always talked in a bad light, so in this part of the video I want to talk about why Lucky guy is strong. Lucky Guy supports must not be underestimated. Like, Lucky Guy can go stun the hunter and just go back to decoding. And if the hunter starts chasing him, he's prepared to kite. Just watch this clip and look at how efficient this was. So here I wait for the ant to come near, then I use the gun, pick the elbow pad and use the elbow pad to run away. And with that, I have enough distance in case the disciple or ant wants to chase me. And here she does try to chase me while I have the first officer watch. And that action alone basically gave me the win in this match, because if I didn't go support the prospector, there might be a chance that we tie instead, because the prospector was almost down while only 2 ciphers were being decoded. Another thing I have talked about in this video is Lucky Guy adaptability. Here I have noticed the purple connection, so I know it's under it, so I pick a bot instead, so the bot can tank hits for us, for the team. Lucky Guy is also able to surprise the hunter, because the hunter never knows what the Lucky Guy has. So if you start emoting at the hunter as Lucky Guy, they might think that you have a flare gun. Well, in this clip I have a flare gun, so I could have stunned the hunter, but usually they won't think and just drop the survivor in case you actually do have the flare gun. But the hunter can see the second item you have if they just took a look at your back, at the waist, and then they will know. But if you're like kiting and they can't focus on that, well, you can surprise them. Here is another example of how Lucky Guy can be unpredictable. Usually a hunter won't expect you to use a book, so I know that and I picked a book before and a flare gun, so I can do a sneaky rescue. Here I could hide in the grass. The hunter doesn't notice me because I'm small and hiding, so she will peek and I just have to use the flare gun to free my teammate, and now she can rebound kite as an entomologist. So this is the end of the video. This video is kind of an explanation of how Lucky Guy is at max potential. On the surface, Lucky Guy doesn't look very good, but you really need to take a deeper look at Lucky Guy abilities if you wanna see his potential, or else he's gonna be limited to just coordinator with dwarfs. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.